Welcome back to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast. I am your host, Jesse Ewell, and today we have a very special guest, Dr. Joseph Moleski.
You are tuning in to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Jesse Ewell. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle. Let's go.
Guys, one of the best dressed guys I know. And Joseph, can you tell the audience just a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, well, Jesse, thanks for having me on the show. I really do appreciate it. So a little bit about me. I'm a board certified family medicine physician. I am also a hospitalist or a hospital physician, to where I'm admitting folks that are critical enough to get admitted to the hospital through the ED. From the beginning, I guess, starting is doing outpatient primary care. I've seen so many, patients that come into the hospital or even in the outpatient setting where they are concerned about their weight and they're concerned about, hey, how can I make real change? I get that there's lots of medicines that you can take. There's insulin shots for diabetes. There's blood pressure meds. There's cholesterol meds. I get that, but a lot of the feedback that I get from my patients at the bedside is, Dr. Moleski, what can I do to prevent, future disease? And so, climbing the ranks initially as a primary care doc, then moving into the hospital setting, and now I'm an assistant medical director at a hospital in St. Louis, Missouri. One of the things that I've seen is of what years of dysfunctional blood sugar and obesity can cause. So a lot of these patients that are admitted with a root diagnosis of obesity. And the reason I bring that up is I started becoming passionate about helping folks get down on their weight. So then that's actually preventing a future heart attack, stroke, diabetic complication, diabetic foot ulcer needing amputation, or even death. So my passion is to help individuals get down on their weight and prevent future disease and prevent just the polypharmacy. So many patients are on so many meds, and if you really hone in on the root diagnosis of obesity and get the weight down, you're not going to need as much meds. And so I went from a outpatient doctor doing primary care to a hospital doctor seeing patients admitted with heart attack, strokes, and now I am in the weight loss space. So I do medical weight loss. We specialize in the injectable weight loss meds, semaglutide, tirzepatide. These injections are highly effective. They curb your appetite. They reduce insulin resistance in your liver. And I started a practice called STL Medical Weight Loss about a year ago. And now we're serving a lot of folks in the area in Missouri, as well as throughout the country. So that's a little bit about me, and that's what I'm passionate about, Jesse.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, talk to me. So getting in the medical, weight loss space, number one,
Yep.
is you transitioning into being a business owner, kind of getting away from being an employee. Talk to me about some of the things that you struggled with, in this specific business, prior to you coming into habit-based lifestyle.
Yeah, great question. So, going through med school, they don't teach you much business. That's just not something they do. And so I was really looking for what Jesse and his team has to offer. I've been looking at it for actually multiple years. And so I have a little bit of a tech background. I can build websites. I can do videos. I can do a lot of things. But it goes back to how to utilize those in the most productive and efficient way. And I've been only with Jesse for about 2 months, and I can tell you his mentorship, his program, the accountability that the program provides. You have such a really rich community of physicians, nurse practitioners, chiropractors that are on his platform, that if you need anything, it could be just simply, I don't know how to do this payment link, or I need this follow-up. How do you do this? They just have that really community, really an easy, accessible community on his habit-based lifestyle platform. And so one of the things I was doing prior to joining Jesse was, he always says it's like pray and spray, or spray and pray. What it's just that mentality of, okay, I'm gonna do some videos, and I know that I like to speak to an audience. Maybe you really are a good speaker, and maybe you do have a tech background. Maybe you can do all this, but how to do it in the right way. And so, what I was doing is I was just posting random things. I didn't even have a Facebook account. Like when I first joined Jesse, like he's like, you need to get your friends up. You don't have any, you need to learn about the algorithm. You need to be commenting. You need to be sharing. You need to be doing X, Y, Z in order to get that. I call it the obscurity level. People that you might have the best product, you might have to be the best doctor, you might communicate the best, but does anyone know that? And so what Jesse has done in this program is it just kind of takes all that medical knowledge and all that their expertise and actually puts it in the right funnel to where you now are targeting the right people in the right way on social media. And so I was just doing things randomly, and I learned that things just randomly, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, the things that we always look at, right, is you were at least putting yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is like you were putting yourself out there, but you weren't really seeing the results,
No.
from what you were doing. What was your revenue at prior to coming into Habit-Based Lifestyle, and then can you talk a little bit about the inconsistencies of the results when it came to marketing?
Yeah, so before I joined, I was doing about 20 to 30,000 in revenue. I would say it was more like 25-ish, 24. And the inconsistencies, I mean, you would get, you know, you would essentially have a batch of patients, whether it be the time of the year or, a friend of a friend told somebody, and then you had a batch of patients come in, and then it would be, well, oh my God, it's a great week. But with Jesse, that great week is now every week. So I now am able to see revenue streams at like the $5,000 and $10,000 per day instead of per every couple weeks. And so
Yeah.
Jesse's program has really distilled down like, hey, this is what you do, this is what you don't do, and his program is by far like what I like about it the most is you're able, like Jesse, you're able to connect with him. Like he doesn't just like give you stuff and then go figure it out yourself. Like you can have candid conversations with him, and his team makes sure that you're successful. I really do feel like they care about your success, and no question is a dumb question. I mean, Jesse, I don't know if you remember this, but I was like, how do you share a Facebook post? And you're like, it's okay. This is how you do it. And so just that candor and just your character, man, I can't thank you enough. You made this process very approachable, even for a novice.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think you actually may have the record for least amount of friends starting our program. So the old one was like 173. I think you had like 100. Um,
Yeah.
but that really goes back to, anybody can do this. It's not really about how many friends you have. It's about the quality that really gets the results. And so, that's really kind of what I've seen from you, man. So talk to me a little bit about like you being a business owner, you being a doctor, you have a high level of skill and knowledge
Mhm.
from that standpoint. But like, as you've stepped into being a business owner, it's almost kind of left you vulnerable, as like not understanding that you need marketing skills, you need sales skills, and you need some of these other skills as a business owner. Like, talk about the transition that's been made over the last 60 days for you.
Yeah, over the last 60 days, I mean, I actually feel like I am not a entrepreneur. I'm on the process to becoming an entrepreneur. And I don't know, I think that's maybe something that Mark Cuban has said, but it's the truth. And what I'll describe it when you go to medical school, you learn about disease processes, You learn about what it looks under a microscope. You learn about how to treat it with medications. And then you also learn about surgeries. So I view it as once you get into the business world, it's the same process. I mean, there's different pillars to business. And if you're trying to operate a business without a mentor, without any marketing means, you have this high level of obscurity. So people don't know you. They don't trust you. They, they don't even know about you. So how are you going to get to the end result of having a sale and then having a functional business? So just like in medicine, you need all the parts to treat a patient to make them better. In a business, it's the same thing. You got to have all these different parts. You got to have the online presence, because everyone's going to social media, who wants to admit it or not. Everyone's going to vet you on social media, and then they're going to make that purchase. And some of these patients, or most of them, are cash paying patients. So this is more of a concierge, even elevates that need that they want to vet you. I don't care if you're a plumber, you're an electrician. People are going online, they're going to vet you. And if you have negative reviews, they're not going to go to you. And so this whole process it links up all these building blocks to get you to that sale. And then it's not only a sale, it's not only revenue, it's you now have created something that you're proud of. You obviously are making money. You're providing for your family, but then you're also maybe even hiring other people to be a part of this journey. And so Jesse and his team really walk you through that and figure out, you need to do this, you don't need to do this, you need to eliminate, you need to delegate, you need to do this, and then you're going to see those sales. And so I would highly recommend this program for any health professional, because I think there's a lot of things you might know is working, or you might have heard, or you got a friend of a friend or a family member that's doing marketing, but this program really teaches you the foundation, and you got to have a strong foundation to see those results. And you can, believe it or not, in this process, you can waste a lot of money, like guessing. So I'm going to do this course. I'm going to do this. I'm going to, find this. I'm going to do this. You can spend a lot of money doing it on your own and then just not going to a professional. Jesse and his team, I'll be honest with you, this is Jesse's my first purchase as far as a large coaching program. I know there's a lot out there, but Jesse's my first. So it's not like I have all these different programs. I chose him because he connects with professionals on a different level that I felt like there's that trust. And anytime I've asked Jesse a question, he's able to answer it. And his, how he answers it is, I'm very impressed by it. I don't know. I just seeing what he's done in his own personal career, professional career, it definitely matriculates to what you're getting.
Nice, man. I appreciate that. Talk to us a little bit about, so, knowing you're between 20 to 30K a month, knowing you didn't have consistent marketing, dude, I know we're kind of on the last day of May, but what is the results been for you this month in revenue that you've brought in? And, let's just talk from there specifically.
Yeah. So the results that, I was doing 20 to 25K, 30K a month. And then Jesse showed me his pot of gold and essentially what that meant for my business. And then he strategically worked with me to, make those changes on social media, do this, make these posts, change your Facebook heading, change your result. You need to focus on results based versus price. So there's all these little, things that he provided. And so just doing those, very simple. I mean, I'm only, let's say 45, 60 days into this. My revenue went from 20 to 30,000. I'm 6 figures plus. So 6 figures. And there was a week there where I did 60 plus. So, and we're still even it's the 31st and I'm still doing, multiple thousands of dollars per day. So, it does work. Jesse, I think I joked around with him. He's like, "How's your week going?" And I go, "Well, I got that investment back pretty quick." I had like a $60,000 week, and he was like, we were just chatting about, man, that the money that I spent with you, man, I got it back quickly. So
That's awesome. Well, hey man, talk to me about, maybe one or two unexpected results that you've gotten in this program that maybe you had no idea that you were going to get.
yeah. So one of the things that I did not expect was your availability. And I know that sounds like crazy, like, oh, you signed up with Jesse, like, what do you mean he's not going to be available? Well, the reason I bring that up is like there's been times when I jump on a call and he will take his undivided attention, mapping things out, writing things out. Like, people just don't take time with people anymore. Like, everything's in this world is so fast paced. Like, hey, let's do this. I'll send you a link or this, and read this list. Granted, he does have a lot of supplemental information, but if you just want to have a conversation with a professional that's already done it and knows what not to do, he will take the time. And I think that's my most unexpected, because I do that for clients, my patients, and it's rare that I get that back. And so when I got that back, like, I was like, whoa, Jesse, like, he's busy. He's running a large business. He's got tons of docs, tons of questions, tons of problems he's got to manage, but he took time for me. That is my biggest unexpected. And that's why I want to stay with this program for years to come, is because whether it could be only 10 minutes, but that during that 10 minutes, he's giving you his undivided attention, and he's focused on your problem, not all the other people's problems. That's it. And so I think that was a very rare thing that I was not expecting.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate that. What is, we talked a little bit about the dynamics of being around other business owners, but like, what has that done for you, just seeing what other people are doing in similar industries or even a little bit different? Like, has that made you elevate the way that you show up as a business owner?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I think what it is too is when you join this community, we're all professionals. I mean, we all like I mean, we're human. We like to compete. And when you see, like, wow, like, that guy, look what he's doing. He's doing videos. He's showing up every day. He's putting his daily post on Facebook at 6 a.m. He's on it. Like, it makes that accountability. Like, I don't want to be left behind. And like, when you're in med school or whatever kind of school, professional school, you don't want to be left behind. And there's a time frame. Like, hey, I need to get this done because I got to capture, this critical moment in time when, patients are coming in. You're either going to get the patients or not. And so you're going to see that accountability factor elevated when you join, because there's other people that are doing it. They're doing it well. They're following Jesse's lead. They're following what to do and what not to do. And I definitely think, like, being in the weight loss space, there's a lot of competition. But even then, Jesse has fine-tuned what I'm providing to elevate my offer and try to elevate, the patient's experience, but also just elevate your presence to be more attractive to prospective clients.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, hey, man, I love having you in the program, love having you on the show, love seeing the work that you're doing. Is there any last words that you would maybe leave to someone in a similar situation as you before you came in here? Is there anything that you'd tell them about, like, maybe they're on the fence of joining the program?
Yeah. I think what I'll leave you with is, you just need to do it. And there might be a price tag, but guess what? The longer you wait, the more you're going to lose. And so you can be skeptical, like, oh my God, I don't know this guy. I don't know this. It's $10,000. It's this. I don't know. Price. At the end of the day, you just need to trust and go. And I did look at the online testimonials that he had on his website and everything. And I can tell you, every single thing in those testimonials, I've witnessed myself. So part of it was like, hey, I need to do this. I jumped on a call with him, and I already felt that connection, and I still feel it today. So I think you just need to do it. Just trust. You just need to do it. You've made it through med school, NP school, PA, dentistry, chiropractic. This is how I decided. What is a community class at a community college cost? My brother, he's 21, he's taking classes. What, 5-10 grand? So you're telling me that like a business course that could change your life, make you 6 figures in 60 days, that's not worth 10 grand, a community college class. That's when I said, doing it. Just do it.
Oh, man. I couldn't have finished that up better myself. So, well, hey, man, I appreciate you coming on the show today. Can't wait to see what you're going to do next. And if people want to get in contact with you, or maybe somebody's listening to this and they want to, be a part of your, weight loss program, like how would they do that? You guys can check out the show notes, but can you give them maybe direct access to possibly getting in contact with you?
Sure. So the best way to book an appointment is go to STL Weight Loss.com. That's STL Weight Loss.com. Or you can call our office at 636-628-6604. That's 636-628-6604. And we'll be happy to book an appointment for you. It's all telemedicine based. Meds are shipped right to your door, and we make it simple, convenient, and we get you to your ideal weight, and we get your confidence back. That we're in the business to get results, improve health, and overall just make you feel like you're build your confidence back. That's what we're all about.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on the show, man. If you guys want to be a part of our habit-based lifestyle experience, if you want to find out more about what we're doing in business with our clients, you can email me, Jesse at habitbasedlifestyle.com. You can also check out the show notes and go directly to our private Facebook group, Habit-Based Lifestyle and Business Secrets. Until next episode, have a great day.
You are tuning in to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Jesse Ewell. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle. Let's go.